Join us live on the Sherry Lord Talk Show podcast. Start your day off with the Higher Vibrational Podcast with weekly guests covering spirituality, healthy foods, and so much more. Go to sherrylord.com for more info. Hey, welcome everyone to the Sherry Lord Show. We're so welcome and we thank you for watching us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. We really thank you. Please make sure you check. And that we will also, answer your questions. If you have a question for Annie, we're more than happy, or myself, we'll answer your questions. But come and join us. We'd like you to chat. And please share this video. We are so happy to have her back, Annie Birnbach. And we're so happy to have her. She's been on our show several times. She's amazing. And you guys are just going to love her. Our topic today will be your inner undercurrent, why identity drives manifestation. And Annie is an empowerment coach, a keynote speaker, a radio personality, and a beautiful author. Welcome back, Annie. I've been following you guys on social media. You guys are all over the world.
Talk about manifestation. Yes. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me. It's so nice to be back. It was when you texted me, you want to be on the show again. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Can I say that?
Yes, we love having you on our show. You're just amazing. You light up the world here. And tell us a little bit more about your adventures, what you've been doing, and then we'll go into why identity drives manifestation. I think that's a really good topic to cover.
Yes. Yes. Well, I am, if you remember one of my keynotes when you're with your first light consciousness event in Traverse City, it was building your identity to meet your dream. Because we have these dreams and your dreams don't necessarily come to you. You have to come to them. And believe it or not, it can be a little uncomfortable, like parting your hair on the side instead of the middle. And so that's actually what I've been doing. I'm private coaching. I launched my signature program, Sustain Your Happiness Training. And I did a round of group coaching remote. And then, as we were talking before, Mark and I have chosen to basically live a pretty remote life. So remote, actually remote may not be the right words, but we travel a lot. And so the topic today, I'm actually experiencing what we're going to talk about, because who am I to be traveling for 6 months all over the world last year? Who am I to be living this life that I've only dreamed of? And it's true. And I have to check with myself, like, is this okay? Is this okay to live in 3 different states and to, we've been doing a lot of cruising. We cruised for 6 months last year. And
amazing.
Yeah. And we're taking our 3rd cruise in a couple of weeks. We just got back. And so, I'm settling into this lifestyle that I've always wanted, but now it's like the watch what you wish for.
Okay.
So
it's reality.
Yeah. So I'm balancing now, instead of go gorilla girl, which that's me, is just this balance between enjoying my life, traveling, calming down this sense of urgency that I was feeling, that I got to hurry up and get there and hurry up and be on social media. And it feels really good. It feels really good. So yes, I'm building my identity to match my dreams. And so it aligns with our topic today.
That is amazing. And what do you want our viewers who are watching us and who will be sharing it throughout? What are some of the tips? What do you suggest to them? What can you share with that topic to help people with the tools they need, or to remember, or what can they do to start in that direction?
Well, first and foremost, many of us we may have heard of an identity crisis. One day you're a professional athlete and the next day you get paralyzed, and who am I now? That's a pretty extreme one. Or you're empty nesting who am I now,
Okay.
when your role and your identity was being a
Okay.
caretaker and a mother and doing for everybody. So your identity is developed when you're very young, the age between 3 and 11. And it's really what the meaning you gave, whether it was what your parents said, what somebody said in school,
Mhm.
the meaning that you gave it. So, for
Okay.
example, if I got a B on my test and maybe my parents said, you just got a B, the meaning I gave that maybe was, I'm not smart.
Okay.
So the meaning that we give things, we carry throughout our life, because as you know, the brain doesn't know how old it is. And so we can be 50 and still feeling like we're clumsy or that nobody cares or all
Okay.
these things.
Yeah.
And so no matter what we want on the outside, our dreams, right? We have that inner current that's saying you don't deserve this. You're not
Yes.
you can't afford this. What are people going to think? You don't want people to think you're this, so we have these inner undercurrents. Excuse me. We have this inner undercurrent. We're
Okay.
trying really hard on the outside, but on the inside, it's not aligning, right? And that's
Okay.
that's your
Yeah.
identity. It's not who you are or who you want to be, but it's those inner undercurrents that are really running the show. So you asked me, what are the tools or what can
Right.
people do? And right here, girl.
Yeah.
Right
That's
here,
the mirror.
or your
Yeah.
iPhone, because anyone who is into leadership, personal development,
Yeah.
spirituality, health and wellness, we're all trying to create and cultivate this awareness or this sense of self or our confidence, whatever you want to call it. And in order to become aware of it and have awareness, because we all know that's the first step, we
Right.
have to, what I help people do is become more proactive, because when we're living
Okay.
life, everything's fine, but we're feeling guilty 5 times a day, and we're so used to it that we're not catching ourselves. And I want to shorten those durations of
Okay.
not being present. So, for instance, I was working so hard at Gorilla Girl,
Yeah.
and I pick up my mirror and I say, I have these proactive conversations. Where are you at? What do you need? Because I'm responsible for
Yeah.
me. What are you feeling?
Yeah.
Did you like that? And I get clarity. And actually giving yourself this proactive time and attention, then you go out in the world for the day and you're so much more conscious of saying, no, thank you, instead of, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
You become more conscious of your how you feel and what you need and what you want in those moments, instead of reverting to our old patterns. And that's really the name of the game, to shorten the duration of feeling a lack of confidence, feeling
Right.
guilty, feeling like you may not deserve it. And it's all about that
Yeah.
self-talk that's going on in your head. So what
Exactly.
can we
And so many people can relate to that, and you're giving them more clarity of the underlining of it, like they know, but they like when you speak it, they can see where that's at, and how to
Mhm.
shift it. I remember, yeah, you're right. Because I remember when I first started to do my readings, I was in my own meditation, I heard your international channel. We want you to market that. I thought, I am. I said, and they said, yeah. So I claimed it. I said, I am an
Yeah,
international child. I've done it so many lifetimes. This is natural for me. And then eventually you get to where you're in other countries and you're already international, So I don't know if that's the same
right.
thing or not, but I just,
Yeah,
everyone gets there kind of their own little way. But I
yeah,
look back at it, I go, wow, I'm glad I listened to my own intuition.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it's not
And
the way we're taught though. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. And most of the time we're comparing how people are going to respond to what we do or say.
Right. See, that's huge. And then people, it stops them because of the judgment or that they're not worthy of it. Or, how can you're not going to achieve that. They get doubt in
Right,
there. They bring the doubt. Yeah.
right. And most of the time it's that conversation in your head that's going on that really isn't even true. or isn't really what people are thinking. The people
Right.
that care about you actually want the
Yeah.
best for you. They
You
want you to be
succeed.
happy.
They
They
want
want
you
you
to
to thrive.
succeed. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So your identity, again, you know, we're trying to look a certain way or be a certain way. Or, I mean, I even think about if somebody comes over to my house, gosh forbid that I don't get everything perfect. Right. But
Yeah.
then I'm doing a master class or reading a quote that says, be your authentic self.
Right.
So, you know, we know all these things. We hear about awareness. We hear about
Mm-hmm.
self-love. We read books about all these things. We watch podcasts, Mel Robbins, you know, Brene Brown.
Yeah.
We watch Sherry Lord. So these things are easier said than done. And sometimes we just jump from thing to thing to thing, thinking that's going
Right.
to be the thing.
Right.
And I'll get there as soon as I do this, as soon as I lose the weight. And really,
Yeah.
it's, I mean, you know that my story, my method, the Gorilla Girl method, was actually born out of survival. It wasn't
Mm.
just necessity as the mother of invention. And I had my life imploded. And for the first time in my life, I
Mm.
couldn't get back out there until
Yeah.
I made peace with me. And that's
That's
where
a
I
good,
realized,
very good advice. Make peace with yourself. That is huge. That's where it
and
starts.
sustain it. You know,
Yes.
if I
You
told
talk
if I
about
told
that. Yeah.
if I told you that you mattered and that you were important to me, but I didn't have 3 minutes a day to tune into you and listen and give
Yeah.
you my time and attention,
Yeah.
and it feels so good. And the good thing about having conversations with yourself, which I teach people how to do that,
Mhm.
um, is you don't get interrupted.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
I sit there and I have these conversations and I'm like, thank you for sharing that. Like, you think you know
Yeah.
how you feel. You think you know these things, but if you don't pause, and meditation is great.
Mhm. Yeah.
Meditation is a great tool. But if all you did was stopped in the mirror, and we're in the mirror a lot when we use the restroom, when we get up, when we're going to bed, and just said, hey, I see you.
Yeah.
You matter. Because that's ultimately, you are the source. Your relationship with yourself is the source of all your joy and
Yeah.
all your problems, all your pain,
Yeah.
you know? And so that's, I mean, I retired from 21 years of being a master
Yeah.
hairstylist in the hair industry, and then started the radio broadcast and coaching. And when Mark and I started traveling, I tried to set it down, but I couldn't. It's too much a part of me. So I'm
Yeah.
lucky that I get to do both,
Aw.
because
Yeah.
I
You're very
hate
good.
suffering. I hate seeing women up in their head. It's not, you know, one of the other things is, you know, oh, I always feel guilty. I got to stop feeling guilty. I got to stop worrying. I got
Yeah.
to stop this. Emotions are indicators. Emotions are a good thing. They tell us that we might
Mhm.
need to give voice to something, you know.
Yeah.
So rather than trying to stop feeling guilty, what we want to do is become aware when we're feeling it, and to be able to
Yes.
soothe ourselves, redirect ourselves, and
Right.
shorten that duration of suffering. You
Good
know,
advice. Very, very good
we
advice. People need to hear this, because they don't know how to do that. You're giving them a tool. Yeah.
the tool is just you and you. You're talking to yourself
Right.
24 hours a day, girl. You're talking to
Yep.
yourself right now while we're talking,
Yep.
right? And like,
Exactly.
for instance, I always joke, my mother lives with us here in Sarasota in the wintertime, and she'll come in and I'll tease her and I'll say, oh, Mom, you're interrupting me. This is the time I worry about how much money I have. You know, this is the time. And I'm
Mhm.
like, don't worry, it circles back around dinner time. So what did you need? You know, but I still have these patterns. I've worried
Yeah.
since I was a kid. I worry about money. We worry about all these things, but I recognize that pattern's going to come in, but it doesn't get me. It
Yeah.
doesn't get me. So it's not about not having worries or feelings or guilt or any of those things. It's about how long is it going to keep you out of the present moment and bring you down.
Yep. And you mentioned a key there, present moment, being present. That's huge.
Girl, It's the present moment. I'm not even sure, like, you think of those times, maybe if you're a mother and you
Mhm.
open the room and your child's sleeping and you just have that moment, right?
Yep.
And it's just,
Yep.
and there's nothing else is interrupting it. And it's just the most beautiful feeling. And something that I have realized is, I mean, really the
Mhm.
majority of the time, we are thinking ahead.
Yes.
Is it going to rain for vacation? Blah, 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 blah. I
Yeah.
don't have time. I got to get to this. I got to get to that. Or we're dwelling on what we said, what we should have said, what we need to do, what we didn't do, what our past, relationships have caused us.
Mhm.
And when you are in the present moment, and that's what I coach on, one person I'm coaching right now,
Yep.
it's like they are in a relationship that's going back and forth, and I'm like, you're making your decisions based on what you had and what you want it to be, not on what it
Okay.
is. The present moment,
Yep.
right this minute, is this relationship feeling good? Not it could
Yep.
be good or it used to be good. And that's where our
Yep.
decisions really need to come from. And that's where there's so much joy, because nothing is ever wrong in the present moment. And since you're not wavering back and forth with past and future,
Yep.
if something is wrong, you're grounded and you have all your power to solve it. So there's so much
Good
value to
advice.
the present moment. There's
Mhm.
so much
Yep.
value to the present moment. And as Joe Dispenza says, we know 95% of the time the average person is not in the present moment.
Yep. Yep.
And we can see it. We can feel it. If you and I are talking, I can tell if you're not present.
Yep.
I'm not judging
Yep.
it, but I can
Oh
tell. We
no,
can all
no,
tell.
no. We can tune in. We intuitively can tune in. Yep.
Yeah. And when I started having the conversations that I had that eventually turned into a method, what I recognized was I was in too much of a hurry for myself, and I'll sit there and I'll be like, hi. I'm like, I know, I feel like I got to go, but I promised that we would sit and have a conversation this morning. And I'll tell you what, it changes the trajectory of my whole day, because it feels so good when you like yourself.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And that's not
Loving
ego.
yourself. Yep. No, no, it's not. It's self-love. It's definitely
Yeah.
a self-love,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely self-love. You got to start with you first. That's what I
Yeah.
say. Got
And
to
and
stem from
that's
within.
and that's the whole thing. We all know that,
Yep.
but
It's
sometimes we're
doing it,
thinking
living
the
it.
self-love is going to come from the having our bedroom everything
Yep.
organized or perfect or people happy with us, and we're
Yep.
grasping at the wrong things.
Yep. It's a
And
good
believe you me,
reminder.
go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
good that people that are listening, that makes them more aware. Where am I doing that I need to shift it,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good advice. Mhm.
Yeah. When you wake up,
Absolutely.
I've studied Joe Dispenza and Tony Robbins are two of my
Yep.
biggies. And,
Yes.
when you wake up, he calls it your familiar self, right?
Yep.
And it doesn't feel familiar for me to cruise for 6 months. That's not familiar. So maybe I shouldn't do it, right? But I'm stepping into that vulnerability of
Yep.
this is who I am now, right? But
Yep.
when you wake up, you immediately those same thoughts come in. And that's
Yep.
something that I do in coaching too, is you actually go through your day, and it can be kind of we try to keep it light and humorous as well. But we wake up and one of the first things we start doing, I used to do, is what did I eat last night? And that determined how I
Mhm.
treated myself the next day. It was like this check-in. If I ate a piece of pizza, I was in trouble all day and I had to make up for it. I mean, it sounds so silly, but when you
Yeah.
really become conscious of these patterns of thought that you have with yourself,
Right.
most of them are not very empowering.
Mhm. But Leslie, we can change that,
Yeah.
through the awareness, through the
Yeah.
awareness. That's what I hear
Yeah.
you saying. Be more aware. You can
And
correct
and
it.
and how from my experience, and there are so many beautiful methods. There's so much from yoga, meditation, different forms of therapy, education. There's so many forms, but how do we become more aware? We think we know ourselves, but we need to give voice. If we can give voice with ourselves and affirm
Yeah.
ourselves, and I'm so
Yeah.
much more aware when I have a conversation with myself. I have so much more awareness all day long. I can't deny how I feel.
Yep.
I can't deny what I need because I'm pretty clear about it,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you need to practicing something. And I've been doing it since 2009. I've been coaching it since 2017. And it brings me so much joy when someone's like, oh my gosh, my friend asked me if I could do this. And I didn't say no, but I told her I'd have to get back to her. I'm like, yes, that's progress. That's progress, because this is a lifelong thing. You don't just cultivate awareness and then you just have it. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
use it, you lose it. So what can we do to sustain our awareness and our consciousness of how we see, talk to, and treat ourselves?
That
So
is
that
huge. It is. Mhm.
yeah. If I get out of touch with myself or get out of touch with you, out of sight, out of mind, I'm running
Mhm.
around. I'm running around
Yep.
being the people pleaser,
Yep.
in a state of urgency rather than my authentic self. So,
True. Yep.
yeah.
Exactly. And you also have a book. Can I bring that up? Because
Sure.
I know I hope it's the right cover that you gave me, but I have a book that I had up here. You're a beautiful author too. There it is.
Yes.
I think we can kind of go to the side, come on over to the other side. I got to move my
Yes.
head so I can see
Yeah,
you.
that's fine. That's
You got to
fine.
go the other way. Go the other way, Annie.
Oh, go the other
There
way?
you go. Now, yeah, come
Interesting.
on over
Am I
more.
good?
There you go. I can see you. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right there. You look beautiful right there. You're beautiful anyways, but I wanted to see you. Tell people about this book and how they can get a hold of it. She's a beautiful author. You guys are going to love this book. Make sure you get it and where they can get it. Talk a little bit about the book.
Well, the book, it's available on Amazon. You just can search She Grabbed Her White Jacket. And my inspiration for the book was when I was actually coaching my nieces, and at
Okay.
9, 10, and 11, helping them navigate their emotions and
Wow.
what was going on with them in school. And as an adult, we can all relate, right? We knew what
Right.
junior high was like and what school was like. And so um the story came to me. And so the beautiful part was, at the time, one of my nieces, I collaborated with them to write the book.
Okay.
So Lucy, my niece, she was my ghostwriter, and she put beautiful sound and emotion and adventure into the story by painting it with her words. My other
Okay.
niece did all the graphics, and my 9-year-old niece put a poem, very emotional, intelligent poem, in the book. So we spent
Okay.
the whole
Wow.
summer, and it's really about becoming your authentic self at a very young
Yeah.
age with the support of other friends. So it's a group of friends that all have their struggles, and there's one girl that helps them be more compassionate with themselves, be more empathetic with themselves, own who they are, get more comfortable in their own skin, and how that changes their view of the world and how they can inspire others to do the same. And it's a really, really adults and maybe, 10
Yeah.
and up,
I
but
mean, I
it's
think
not.
even teenagers or the kids would like it too, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It made my day. I have a photo. One of my clients gave it to her daughter, and she was in like 7th grade. And there's a picture of her in bed holding the book. And she said she can't put the book down. And
Um,
because that's when we talk about identity, that's when all of this starts. The meaning that we're
okay.
giving everything, about ourselves, about who we are, and about our values. So it's a really, really, really great read. And it's a novelette. It's short. It's not, this thick. It's only this thick, but it's really, really good.
Well, how can they get the book? Is it on Amazon? Is it on your website? How can people get your book?
You can go to Amazon.com. I don't think we're doing a little work on the website right now, so my store is down where you could just click it on, go right to the link. So you can go on Amazon.com and search "She Grabbed Her White Jacket," a guide to the key of life. But she grabbed her white jacket. It'll come in. You'll get a few white jackets, but then you'll see the book in there. So it's Amazon. I think it's $10. It's very affordable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And you guys, I tell you, you're going to love this book. I mean, no matter who you are, if you want a really good read, and it's going to shift you even as you're reading it, I'm sure it's going to help you reveal things about yourself too. And I think it's amazing. I'm going to bring it down. Here we go. Yeah, no, I wanted to make sure we got that in. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
Oh my goodness. Well, a couple other things where I am going to put to create part 2 of the book. So there'll be another book coming out. I can't tell you when.
No, but that's all right. We can look forward to it.
Thank you. And another thing that I've been doing, what do we have? 4 minutes. Another thing, when my husband is producing music, as you know, he's a musician. He's the creative.
He's amazing. He's amazing, just like you. He's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. And so he's on Spotify now, and so as he's creating these beautiful songs, it made me think, when I'm in the shower every morning, I sing, but it's not necessarily this great vocal song, but I started with, "I love my head, it treats me well. I love my head, and you can tell. I love my eyes, they help me see. I love my eyes because they're for me. I love my," and I'll go from my head to my toe, from my shoulders to my kidneys. I go all the way down my body, and it's a way of being kind to myself, right? And I do it every day. So I told Mark about it, and I just ended up writing some lyrics, and he produced a song, and it is so gorgeous. And I've shared it with a few of my friends, and they're like, I get this song in my head when all of a sudden I'm doing something and I look in the mirror, I'm like, "Oh, I love my heart. Oh, I love my feet. Oh, and the song is so beautiful. And so I am starting to create a collection, because I'm eventually going to have an app, a collection of self-awareness, self-love, all different categories for people to listen to help them become more aware and cultivate a more kind and loving relationship with themselves. And I love it. I have a song. My song is called "My Final Form," FORM. And it's like my dream come alive, like my vision board. And Mark created the song to the type of music that I like. And we're going to do those customized songs for people. And it is my anthem song, and it helps me visualize and continue to step into the identity that I'm currently living. And so the music piece, I'm super excited about. So as I've just stepped back a little bit, I'm having more fun.
Well, I believe in, the more you love what you're doing, you're having fun, everything just takes care of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. That'll be fun. We're looking forward to that unfoldment, and we're definitely going to have you back on our show. We definitely love having you on our show. And can you also kind of let people know what you're offering right now? How can people get a hold of you, of what you're offering right now?
Well, my husband, who is my web designer and makes everything connect, has done such a great job. If you go to gorillagirlcoaching.com, everything's there. My signature program, my group coaching, my private coaching, my social media. If you want to get a dose of more, you can look at what I do and what I'm about on the website. You can go to my social media and see if I resonate with you. I hope I do. And you can contact me right there.
Yeah.
either DM me on social media or
Yeah.
on my email and my website.
And we also
And-
have her on a link on our website too. So she'll be on our website under the Spirituality and Authors podcast. And if you miss it here, you can always go there. Or if you're just scrolling on, find Annie. Her link is there. It'll go directly to her. And Annie, we thank you so much for being on our show. We just love having you and love Mark too at the same time, and blessing you with much success. And we thank all our audience who are watching and who will be sharing this video all around the world. So we're happy with that too. And we just want to say we welcome everybody. Please enjoy your life and have a prosperous, abundant life as well. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Annie.
Thanks, Sherry. I'll see you soon.
International Psychic